Okay, so let's talk about these 3 savings challenges that I have right here. All right, so you've met Little Bit, which is the most basic emergency fund, and you save $1,000. And you've also met Easy Cash Budget Kawaii Icons, which saves you $4,000. And then you've also met Bigum, the most basic savings challenge book, and it saves you $15,000. But these together makes it easier to get to these. But once I fill up all of these, that's going to be 15,000, 4,000, which is 9,000, and then 1,000 more, which is 20,000. It's going to be 15, 19, 20, 20,000. But let's talk about how we're going to do it. So we're going to use a little bit to start off with the 1,000. But I make it as if all of these are a credit card. So I have incurred $20,000 worth of debt already. Okay, even though it's $20,000 worth of debt, each one of these has a minimum amount that I have to put in monthly. $25, $25, $25. But with my budget, and I do a zero-based budget, then I end up having some leftover money from paying all of my bills. So this is how I do it from whatever's left over, okay? Okay, so now we have this debt right here. We got $20,000 worth of debt right over here. We just accumulated this. $20,000 worth of debt. All right, so with that, we're going to do a zero-based budget that we use to pay our bills and to make sure that we use every dollar that we have when we get paid. We get paid bi-weekly. So our bi-weekly pay is $2,000. This is not how much I get paid every 2 weeks. This is just for this purpose of this video, okay? So that $2,000 is what I bring home every 2 weeks. So my bills for the first half of my pay is $1,500. That's all my bills. Everything I added up, and that's how much it comes to, $1,500. So then I'm going to take what I bring home and subtract my bills from it, and then I'll have $500 to work on my debt. All right. So we're going to take that $500 and we're going to make it work for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take $25 of that $500 and put it in Bigum. And then I'm going to take $25 of that $500 and put in MIDI, and $25 and put in Little Bit. That's because these credit cards have a minimum that I can put in of $25. So I've already put in $75. So that $75 is taken away from that $500, which is going to leave me with $425. $425 that I can work on my debt on this right here. All right. So y'all see that. So I also picked up another debt. Sister Pretty wanted to get in and be like, hey, I want some money too. So we'll put some money in me and we can all, have some money. All right. So then we decide to put $25 in her, because she doesn't have a minimum or a maximum. She doesn't have a goal like they have. They have a goal, 15,000, 4,000, 1,000. Their goal, they have goals. She doesn't have a goal. She's by herself. She's like, yeah, y'all just put in me whatever. I'm going to take what I want to take. That's where she is. All right. So now we put $25 in her. All right. So that $425 that we had, we took 25 and put in pretty. So now we have $400 left to work with these 3 credit cards. This credit card, as long as you pay the minimum, you're good. We're just going to pay the minimum every month on her. That's how we're going to do her. We're just going to pay her off as we can. Okay? All right. So now that we have 400 left, we're going to take the rest of that 400 and we're going to add it to little bit. So instead of just $25 to little bit, we added the 400. So now little bit has $425 in her. So then this is all that's left to make my $1,000 goal. $575 because we already got $425 in her. And she goes up to $1,000. It's quick. It's quick, easy, and that's how I do it. So then once I get to this $1,000, I'm going to take all of that and put it in here. And then we're going to start over with her again. But we're always going to pay her $25 minimum. Her $25 minimum. His $25 minimum. And her $25 minimum every month. But we're working toward our goal here, and she will get hers when she can. I hope this helps. I hope that this will make you understand how I'm working my snowball effect, excluding Pretty here. She's her own entity. She does her own thing. But these are not to touch. So whatever we put in here is what we can use if an emergency comes up. Not these. These are not to be touched. These are your long-term life emergency. This is your, okay, we got an emergency. Let's go ahead and reach over and get her. Get some from our sis here. That's why she came into play. She is a team player, but she's her own entity. Okay? I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you later.